Have you ever noticed how so many people say, just walk more, as if walking is the magical cure for everything after 60? And yet, here you are. You walk. You try to stay active. But your lower back still aches when you get out of bed. It still tightens when you stand too long. It still whispers, or sometimes screams, that something isn't quite right. What if I told you that after 60, it's not just about moving more, it's about moving smarter? Because here's the truth. Back pain after 60 isn't simply a sign of aging. It's often a sign of weak support muscles, stiff joints, and years of small habits adding up. And the good news? You can change that. You are not too old. You are not too late. Your body is still listening. It's still adapting. It's still capable of strength. Today, I want you to imagine something different. Imagine getting out of bed without bracing yourself. Imagine standing taller without that dull ache pulling you forward. Imagine walking not because you're trying to fix pain, but because you feel strong enough to enjoy it. The first exercise that transforms back pain better than walking is the gentle glute bridge. Most back pain isn't just about the back. It's about weak hips and glutes forcing your lower spine to work overtime. When you lie on your back, knees bent, and slowly lift your hips toward the ceiling, you're waking up muscles that may have been asleep for years. You're teaching your body to shift effort away from the spine and into the powerful muscles designed to protect it. Just 10 slow, controlled repetitions a day can begin to restore that support system. And when your glutes wake up, your back finally gets a break. The second movement is the bird dog. It may look simple, but don't underestimate it. On your hands and knees, extending one arm and the opposite leg, you challenge your balance and core stability at the same time. This exercise trains the deep stabilizing muscles around your spine, the ones walking barely touches. After 60, balance and coordination are just as important as strength. The bird dog teaches your body control. It teaches your spine to stay steady even when you move. And that stability is what reduces pain long term. The third exercise is the wall sit. Now, I know what you might be thinking. My knees can't handle that. But when done gently, with your back supported against a wall and only lowering slightly, the wall sit strengthens your thighs and hips. Strong legs reduce strain on your lower back every time you sit down or stand up. Even holding for 10 or 15 seconds builds endurance where you need it most. Walking moves you forward. This builds the foundation that keeps you upright. The fourth is the cat-cow stretch. As we age, stiffness becomes one of the biggest contributors to discomfort. Slowly arching and rounding your spine while on hands and knees keeps the joints of your back mobile and nourished. Motion is lotion for the joints. This gentle flow increases circulation, reduces stiffness, and reminds your spine that it is meant to move. Many seniors avoid movement because of pain, but often pain improves with the right kind of movement. And finally, the fifth exercise is the side-lying leg raise. It targets the hip stabilizers, muscles that play a huge role in posture and balance. Weak hips cause subtle shifts in the way you stand and walk, placing uneven pressure on your lower back. Strengthen them, and you realign your body naturally. Over time, that alignment means less strain and more comfort. But let me tell you something even more powerful than these exercises. It's consistency, not intensity. You don't need to train like you're 30. You need to train like someone who respects their body and wants it to last. 5 to 10 minutes a day, done regularly, beats an hour once a week. Now let's talk about something most people overlook: nutrition. After 60, your muscles need protein more than ever. Without enough protein, you lose muscle mass faster, and weak muscles mean more pressure on your joints and spine. Include eggs, yogurt, lentils, beans, fish, or lean meats in your daily meals. Hydration matters too. Dehydrated discs in your spine lose flexibility, increasing discomfort. Drink water consistently throughout the day, not just when you feel thirsty. Add anti-inflammatory foods to your diet. Colorful vegetables, berries, nuts, olive oil, and fatty fish like salmon help calm inflammation that may be contributing to chronic pain. Reduce excessive sugar and processed foods, which can increase inflammation and energy crashes. Think of food as daily medicine. Every meal is an opportunity to support your healing. Lifestyle habits matter just as much. How long do you sit each day? Prolonged sitting tightens hip flexors and weakens glutes, directly worsening back pain. Set a reminder to stand and stretch every 30 to 60 minutes. Even a short walk around the room can reset your posture. Sleep is another silent healer. Your body repairs itself at night. Create a calming bedtime routine. Keep your spine supported with a comfortable mattress and pillow. Small adjustments can dramatically improve morning stiffness. And perhaps the most important piece of all is your mindset. Aging is not decline, it is adaptation. Your body may not respond as quickly as it once did, but it still responds. Every time you move with intention, you send a message to your brain. I am not done. I am still capable. Pain can create fear. Fear can create inactivity. And inactivity creates more pain. Break that cycle gently. Move a little. Build confidence. Celebrate small wins. Instead of asking, why does my back hurt? Start asking, what small action can I take today to support my back? That shift changes everything. You go from feeling like a victim of aging to becoming an active participant in your own wellness. You are not trying to compete with your younger self. You are building a stronger version of who you are now. Walking is wonderful. Keep walking if you enjoy it. But pair it with strength, mobility, nourishment, and a positive spirit. That combination is what truly transforms how you feel after 60. Your future self is watching. Every bridge you lift, every balanced bird dog, every healthy meal, every stretch, every glass of water, it all adds up. One day soon, you'll notice something different. You'll stand a little taller. You'll move a little easier. And you'll realize that back pain no longer controls your life. And that's the power of choosing smart movement over mindless motion. That's the power of believing your best years of strength can still be ahead of you. One of the biggest misconceptions after 60 is believing that simply walking more will solve back pain. Walking is healthy. It supports the heart, improves circulation, and keeps you mobile. But when it comes to truly fixing back pain, walking alone often isn't enough. After 60, your body needs targeted support. It needs movements that strengthen the muscles responsible for protecting your spine, stabilizing your posture, and keeping your balance steady. This is where moving smarter becomes far more powerful than just moving more. As we age, certain muscles naturally weaken, especially the glutes, core stabilizers, and hip muscles. These are not just fitness muscles, they are support muscles. When they become weak, your lower back is forced to take on extra work it was never designed to handle alone. That extra strain builds up day after day, eventually turning into stiffness, tightness, or chronic pain. Walking moves your body forward, but it does very little to strengthen these deeper stabilizing muscles in a focused way. That's why you can walk every day and still wake up with discomfort. Smart movement means choosing exercises that directly target the root cause of the pain. For example, the glute bridge activates the powerful muscles in your hips and backside that stabilize your pelvis. When these muscles engage properly, they reduce pressure on the lower spine during everyday movements like standing, climbing stairs, or getting out of a chair. Similarly, the bird dog exercise trains coordination and core stability at the same time. It teaches your spine how to stay steady while your arms and legs move, which mirrors real-life activities and protects you from strain. Even simple movements like wall sits and side-lying leg raises build endurance in the legs and hips, which play a major role in maintaining upright posture. Strong legs mean less collapse through the lower back. The cat-cow stretch, on the other hand, improves spinal mobility, reducing stiffness that can make pain feel worse. These exercises may look gentle, but they are intentional. They wake up the muscles that walking often leaves undertrained. Moving smarter also means slowing down. Controlled, deliberate movements build mind-muscle connection. They improve balance, coordination, and awareness. This becomes especially important after 60, when fall prevention and joint protection matter more than speed or distance. You are not training to go farther. You are training to move better. The beauty of smart movement is that it respects your body's current stage of life. It doesn't demand high impact or extreme intensity. It asks for consistency, focus, and patience. 5 to 10 minutes of targeted strengthening can create more structural support for your spine than miles of casual walking. Over time, that support translates into less pain, better posture, improved balance, and greater confidence in everyday activities. When you shift from simply trying to burn calories to intentionally building stability and strength, your relationship with exercise changes. It becomes purposeful. It becomes protective. It becomes empowering. And that shift is what truly transforms back health after 60. One of the most overlooked truths about back pain after 60 is that the pain you feel in your lower back is often not the real problem. The real problem is weakness. Over time, the muscles that are meant to support and protect your spine begin to lose strength and endurance. The glutes become inactive from years of sitting. The deep core muscles stop firing efficiently. The hips lose stability. When this happens, your lower back steps in to compensate. It tightens. It overworks. It absorbs stress it was never meant to carry alone. And eventually, that overload turns into discomfort, stiffness, and chronic pain. Strength is the real pain reliever because strong muscles act like natural armor for your spine. When your glutes are active, they control the position of your pelvis. This prevents excessive arching or collapsing of the lower back. When your core muscles are engaged, they create a supportive brace around your spine, reducing unnecessary movement and strain. When your hips are stable, your body moves in alignment, distributing force evenly instead of concentrating it in one vulnerable area. After 60, muscle loss happens faster if you don't actively fight against it. This natural decline, known as age-related muscle loss, reduces the support system around your joints. Without enough strength, even simple tasks like lifting groceries, standing from a chair, or walking upstairs can irritate the lower back. But when you intentionally build strength, you reverse that process. You send a message to your body that it is still needed, still capable, still adaptable. Strength training for seniors does not mean lifting heavy weights or pushing through pain. It means controlled, intentional exercises that activate key muscle groups. Glute bridges teach your hips to carry their share of the load. Bird dogs strengthen coordination between the core and limbs. Wall sits develop endurance in the legs, reducing strain on the spine during daily movements. Side leg raises build hip stability that protects your posture. Each repetition reinforces stability. Each set builds resilience. As strength improves, posture naturally follows. Weak muscles often cause a forward-leaning stance, rounded shoulders, and a tilted pelvis. This misalignment increases pressure on the lower back. But when muscles regain tone and balance, your body begins to stand taller without force. The spine feels lighter because it is no longer doing all the work alone. There is also a psychological shift that happens when you get stronger. Pain often creates fear. Fear creates hesitation. Hesitation reduces movement, which leads to more weakness. Strength breaks that cycle. When you feel your muscles working and supporting you, confidence grows. You begin to trust your body again. Movements that once felt risky begin to feel controlled. Strength is not about appearance. It is about independence. It is about being able to move through your day without constant discomfort. It is about protecting your spine for the years ahead. When you prioritize building supportive muscle, you are not just reducing pain. You are rebuilding the foundation that allows your body to function with stability, balance, and freedom of movement. One of the most powerful shifts you can make after 60 is understanding that consistency matters far more than intensity. Many people believe that to see results, they must push hard, sweat heavily, or exercise for long periods. But at this stage of life, the body responds better to regular, gentle, and repeated effort than to occasional bursts of extreme activity. In fact, doing too much too fast can lead to soreness, discouragement, or even injury, which often causes people to stop altogether. The real transformation happens when small actions are repeated day after day. Your muscles, joints, and nervous system thrive on repetition. When you perform simple strengthening and mobility exercises for 5 to 10 minutes each day, you are gradually teaching your body new patterns. You are reminding dormant muscles to wake up. You are reinforcing balance and coordination. You are improving circulation to areas that may have been stiff for years. These changes don't require intensity, they require commitment. Think about it this way. If you brush your teeth once a week for an hour, it would not be as effective as brushing for 2 minutes every day. The same principle applies to your body. A short daily routine builds momentum. It becomes part of your lifestyle instead of feeling like a chore. And because it's manageable, you're far more likely to stick with it. After 60, recovery time is also different. Muscles and connective tissues need a little more care. When you focus on moderate, controlled movements rather than high-intensity workouts, you reduce strain while still building strength. This allows you to show up again tomorrow and the next day. Consistency keeps the body in a steady state of improvement instead of a cycle of overexertion followed by long breaks. There is also a mental benefit to daily effort. Each time you complete your short routine, you build confidence. You prove to yourself that you are capable of caring for your health. That sense of accomplishment, even from 10 focused minutes, reinforces positive habits. Over weeks and months, these small victories compound into noticeable improvements in posture, balance, and pain levels. Intensity often creates an all-or-nothing mindset. If you can't do a full workout, you might feel like skipping it entirely. But when your goal is simply to move a little every day, there is no pressure to be perfect. Even on low-energy days, you can stretch gently or perform a few repetitions. Something is always better than nothing, and something done consistently becomes powerful over time. The body adapts gradually. Muscles strengthen fiber by fiber. Joints regain mobility degree by degree. Nerves improve coordination through repeated practice. None of this requires exhaustion. It requires patience. When you respect your body's pace and focus on steady progress, you create sustainable change. 5 to 10 intentional minutes daily may not feel dramatic in the moment, but over months it reshapes how you move, how you feel, and how confidently you live each day. What you eat after 60 plays a direct role in how your back feels each day. Muscles cannot stay strong without proper fuel, and joints cannot stay comfortable if inflammation is constantly rising inside the body. Many people focus only on exercise when trying to reduce pain, but nutrition is just as important. Every bite of food either supports healing or silently works against it. When you begin to see food as daily support for your spine and muscles, your entire approach to wellness changes. Protein becomes especially important at this stage of life. As we age, the body naturally loses muscle mass more quickly, and without enough protein, that loss accelerates. Weak muscles provide less support for the spine, increasing strain on the lower back. Including quality protein sources like eggs, yogurt, lentils, beans, fish, chicken, or nuts in your meals helps maintain and rebuild muscle tissue. Even spreading protein evenly throughout the day can improve how effectively your body uses it. Stronger muscles mean better posture, better stability, and less pressure on your back. Hydration is another factor that many older adults underestimate. The discs in your spine are made largely of water. When you are dehydrated, those discs can lose some of their cushioning ability, which may increase stiffness and discomfort. Drinking water consistently throughout the day keeps tissues supple and joints better lubricated. Waiting until you feel thirsty is often too late, because thirst signals can become weaker with age. Making hydration a habit supports flexibility from the inside out. Inflammation also plays a major role in chronic back pain. Diets high in processed foods, added sugars, and refined carbohydrates can increase inflammatory responses in the body. Over time, this can worsen joint discomfort and muscle soreness. Replacing processed snacks with whole, colorful foods provides antioxidants that help calm inflammation. Vegetables like spinach, broccoli, and peppers, fruits like berries and oranges, healthy fats from olive oil and nuts, and omega-3 rich fish like salmon all contribute to a more balanced internal environment. These foods do not act as instant painkillers, but over weeks and months, they create conditions where healing is more likely. Calcium and vitamin D also deserve attention, as bone health becomes more critical after 60. Strong bones provide structural support for the spine. Including dairy products, fortified foods, leafy greens, and safe sun exposure helps maintain bone density and reduces the risk of fractures that could worsen back problems. Balanced meals also stabilize blood sugar levels, preventing energy crashes that can reduce motivation to move. When your energy is steady, You are more likely to stay active and consistent with your exercises. Nutrition and movement work together as a team. When you nourish your body intentionally, you are not dieting. You are strengthening your foundation. Food becomes part of your pain management strategy. It becomes part of your independence plan. Over time, these daily choices accumulate into stronger muscles, calmer joints, improved energy, and a body that feels more supported from within. Your mindset after 60 can either become your greatest limitation or your greatest strength. Many people unknowingly accept pain as an unavoidable part of aging. They begin to believe that stiffness, weakness, and discomfort are simply the price of getting older. That belief alone can quietly reduce effort, lower expectations, and create a cycle where less movement leads to more pain, and more pain leads to even less movement. But aging is not a sentence of decline. It is a phase of adaptation. The body still responds to care, effort, and encouragement at any age. When you shift your thinking from, "I'm too old for this," to, "I can improve step by step," something powerful happens. The brain begins to support your progress instead of resisting it. Research consistently shows that belief influences behavior. If you believe improvement is possible, you are more likely to take consistent action. That consistent action leads to small wins. Those small wins build confidence. And confidence reduces fear. Fear plays a major role in chronic pain. After experiencing discomfort, many older adults become cautious about movement. They worry that bending, lifting, or exercising might make things worse. This fear can create muscle tension and guarded movement patterns that actually increase strain on the body. A positive mindset does not mean ignoring pain. It means approaching movement with curiosity instead of anxiety. It means asking, "How can I move safely?" rather than saying, "I shouldn't move at all." Gratitude also shifts perspective. Instead of focusing only on what feels stiff or sore, take a moment to appreciate what your body still allows you to do. Maybe you can walk independently. Maybe you can stand, cook, garden, or play with grandchildren. Acknowledging these abilities builds motivation to preserve and strengthen them. Gratitude fuels effort. Patience is another key part of a healthy mindset. After 60, results may not appear overnight. Muscles strengthen gradually. Flexibility improves slowly. Pain decreases step by step. If you expect instant change, you may feel discouraged too quickly. But when you understand that progress is steady and cumulative, you stay committed. Every small improvement becomes meaningful. Surrounding yourself with positive influences also matters. Encouraging words from family, supportive friends, or even uplifting content can reinforce the belief that strength and vitality are still possible. Limiting exposure to negative stereotypes about aging protects your mental outlook. You are not defined by statistics. You are defined by your daily choices. Ultimately, mindset shapes recovery because it shapes action. When you believe your body can adapt, you treat it with respect. You nourish it. You move it. You challenge it gently. You rest it properly. This balanced approach creates momentum. Over time, that momentum transforms not only how your back feels, but how you see yourself. Instead of viewing aging as a slow decline, you begin to see it as an opportunity to move with wisdom, intention, and renewed confidence.